Alright, I hate this, the way this webcam makes me look, but anyways. What I want to talk to you about now is budget billing and these plans and other things that make it hard on the poor people of the world that these companies enforce upon us. The first thing I want to talk about is budget billing. Budget billing sucks. They make it sound like it's a great deal because you know every month what your bill is going to be. But then, if you use too much electricity, say you want to use your air conditioning, that adds a lot onto the actual budget billing. They recalculate it every year. And so you might start out at $55, but then you eventually end up paying like $82 a month. And it's ridiculous because we have really hot summers and really cold winters. And I constantly have a hard time affording the budget billing. But I'm on it just so I have no surprises and no huge bills. And it's only to prevent me for 3 months of not having these huge bills because they actually in the summer, they almost double the rates in the summertime. So it's a lot more expensive. And I hope next month I'm not going to have a budget billing of like $80-some or something, just because I decided to use my air conditioning because I didn't want to get heat sickness. I mean, that's ridiculous. And that is something that really makes it hard on the poor because they make it sound like it's something for somebody who's poor. And then when you get on it, you can't get off of it. You have to pay the full balance, which is actually more than the $55 on the budget. So you might have a running balance of like $300. You have to pay that all off to get off budget. I got off budget once, but then I went right back on to avoid huge bills. It is one of those legal scams out there. They really need to have some kind of billing for the poor people who make under $1,000 a month, maybe $30 a month or something. Hey, we're still paying for it, you know? It doesn't mean we're going to soak up the electricity because I don't use tons of electricity. I don't use a lot of lights, actually. My TV's off right now. The only thing I have running is my computer. I don't have anything else on, except for our lights. And of course you need lights. And my heater is on, but I always keep that down about 70 degrees. And my air conditioner, I keep it about 71 in the summer. And another thing that really ticks me off are these credit cards that you get these credit card offers in the mail, and you're in a desperate situation. You have poor credit, and they say, well, if you have bad credit, apply for this. You're gonna be approved no matter what. You know why? Because you have to spend $200. Not up front, but they bill it on your credit card, and then you have to eventually pay that back. And then it compounds. And now I owe $600 just because I had an emergency. I needed to use a credit card for $75. I only $75 is all. And if you are late, if you're late by only like a week, they put a $35 late charge and a $35 over the limit charge, because once you go over that limit by $1, somehow they justify that. And I had a spending limit of $300, and for some reason now suddenly I owe them $600. Well, I told them to stop calling me. I will pay up the $75, close out the account, forget it. But they won't accept that. They want all this money. This is a scam. This is what makes the poor poor, because we get in desperate situations, we do desperate things, and people prey upon this. And another one of these scams out there are those work-at-home scams. And they ask for money, and then people pay for it because they think they're going to make money, and they never get the materials, and they never make any money. I don't know why the government allows these legal scams out there. I mean, obviously they're legal if they're still out there. just makes me so mad that people could take advantage of people who are desperate and poor and don't have a lot of money. But now I'm being wiser, and I've stopped getting any credit cards, even if I'm desperate. And I'm just going to stop, everything that's going to make it worse on me. And the budget billing, I can't get off of it. But I heard that KCP&L is going to have a rate increase. I wanted to go to their meeting to tell them why they shouldn't have a rate increase. Because they're going to have a 13% rate increase at KCP&L, Kansas City Power and Light. And if that goes through, I'm not going to be too happy. And I don't think a lot of other people will be too happy. I can't afford a 13% rate increase. My salary isn't going to go up. The money I make isn't going to go up by 13%. So why should the cost of living, and cost of living is always going up. And I like America, but why does it continually raise and raise? It's ridiculous, because you can never catch up. You have to make like $40,000 a year just to make it decently. So I would really appreciate also other people's stories. So if you want to send me your live video cast about your own struggle, I want to know about it. This is not just all about me. This is about human experience, and this is about people living in poverty. And yes, I am the main person, but I want to hear from other people too. I want to know how you're struggling. I want to know what you do to survive, what kind of budget you make for yourself, how do you, tips and tricks that will show people how you make it. I want to know these things, because I'm also going to have episodes where I talk to you or show you, about meals on a budget and how to budget things, and just some of these basic skills we should have been taught in school, which we never were. So anyways, I'm going to try to make this the last one for tonight, because it's 11:05 at night, I'm kind of tired, but I really like sharing things with other people, and I hope that somehow it does get easier for the poor people. I don't think I'm going to see it in my lifetime, but that's why I wanted to get into communications and human resources, because I want to somehow make a difference. And I don't know exactly what I want to do yet, but I want to make a difference for the poor somehow. Anyways, let me know.